we alive. All right, but Butterfly Gang, we're going to get right into this reading. If this reading resonates with you guys at any point, please be sure to hit the like button. So the next couple of days, I am going to be going back live just to let you guys know. My kids will be with me, so y'all going to be hearing them in the background. All right. And I'm trying to come back over here, so y'all want to see me show up, be supportive, give me encouragement so that I could want to be over here. But those of you guys that always do, I appreciate you guys so very much. All right, Holy Spirit, angel guys, what do we have for Blue Butterfly? What do we have? What is the energy surrounding the butterfly? Keep in mind, I also read past, present, future. So sometimes these readings are going to feel like they're in the present moment, but they haven't happened yet. Sometimes it's your past. Sometimes some of you guys already completed the journey and you just want to reflect, right? But however it resonates with you, it will resonate from the point of view of you guys being on a journey. So hopefully the breakdowns, explanations are helpful. And I cover twin flames and counterparts. So if you guys want to know my take on it, check out the playlist on twin flames and counterparts. Hey, everybody. Hey, Celine. Hey, Destiny. Hey, Divine. Hey, Nikita. Thank you, Destiny. Hey, Sats. All right, let's get into it. What do we have? Holy Spirit, angel guides. Ooh. We have vision, right? So the energy surrounding this reading is someone's vision. We have life. And then you see this is a big seed and you see the sun in the back. So, you know, the sun represents vitality. Seeds are about something that's growing, but there's also, it takes time for a seed to turn into a full-blown whatever it is, whether it's a flower or a whole tree. It takes time. So their cycle is different. So it's like the bigger the vision, the longer it takes for that seed to grow. So I feel like there's someone who has a vision or that vision is beginning to come to mind. It's along the lines of purpose, right? Like just because we go to work and all of that, that doesn't mean that that's purpose. It's like this is my purpose. It's my job as well, right? But it's my purpose more than it is my job. So it's like when you do something from a place of purpose, it's something that's going to last a lifetime because it's something that you're dedicated to through the ups and downs, through the cycles of it growing. So I feel like somebody's in that place where it's like they're tapping into their purpose. And I feel like more and more they're getting clarity on it, what they should be doing, what they're supposed to be doing, what they feel called to be doing. Sometimes it's like life takes over, and it's like the things that we had, the dreams that we wanted to achieve. As I said, that achievement came out. The dreams we wanted to achieve, somewhere along the line, we lost that vision because we had to take care of things that was demanding attention in that moment, or just even maybe people surrounding you unmotivated you to focus on those visions, those dreams. Sometimes it's like that too. It's like you get drained, you're not as motivated, and you're not realizing it's because of you're in a karmic cycle with someone else. I want to sneeze, I don't want to come. We got labor. We have healing. We have gift, and we have abundance and cycle. I'll take the last one, water. So someone is healing. This journey requires a lot of healing, right? It's very up and down. Just because you've been spiritually awakened, it doesn't mean that like everything is going to fall into place now. Hey, Papa Daddy, it's been a minute. Thank you, Celine. I gotta do it over this weekend, girl. Because I put all that makeup and stuff on there when I've been doing my makeup. Wigs, you gotta be keeping up with these wigs. But for those of you guys that be loving like my nails and my hair and stuff like that, like I do have plans. I have another platform, my beauty page, which is more so like my lifestyle. It's just me being me, but I plan on doing tutorials, you know, like giving the girlies tips, giving y'all the tea too. So when I start doing that, which is gonna be in 2026, then you guys can go follow that platform if you guys want those beauty hacks, tips, and all of that stuff. So whatever y'all see that y'all like on me, I'm willing to give y'all a tutorial on it. But anyways, back to this, right? So it's like, you know, somebody is still healing, and this journey does require a lot of healing. That is a part of the process, and it is difficult. So difficulty, it's a part of it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of laboring, especially for this vision and this dream. But I feel like someone has a gift, an ability, right? And it's supposed to be used in, it's supposed to be used, or it's a part of bringing this dream into reality. So, hi Donnie, thank you. Into this reality. It's a part of this person's abundance. Like, it could be anything. This person can be musically gifted. They can be gifted when it comes to food, right? It can be they're gifted when it comes to, let's see what else, some sort of talent that is useful. They could be a hairstylist, makeup artist. They could be a lash tech. Like, it's just so much. The world is so big. It's so grand. And when you really look at everything, everybody's a creator, right? Because you have to create in order for the world to thrive, so everybody has a contribution to the world in a way. But I feel like people are gifted. Some people have like a lot of gifts and talents, but I feel everybody has gifts. They have gifts that they come into this lifetime with. But some people just really don't tap into it because they were discouraged, or they lost their passion, motivation, because the social construct of school is more important. It's better to be a doctor than this and that. Get the job that pays you the most. It cuts off your imagination, right? So you stop dreaming, and you start just focusing on what's going to bring you money. So now you're becoming a slave to the system. So, but I believe everybody have gifts that are supposed to aid them. There's so many different ways to make money so that you can survive, and you can enjoy doing it. So this reading is about that. It's like someone has a vision, someone has a dream, and their dream can come true. It doesn't matter how old they are, but there's certain things they have to figure out. With the water, I feel like they need to go more with the flow. Hi, Jovan. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so blind, okay? Hi, Goober. Thank you. Hi, Zizi. So it's like with this water energy, it's like there's a need to go with the flow. So trusting the universe has been something that's been coming up recently. You know, maybe some of you guys don't really know, or you have a hard time trusting the universe at times. Like, is this what spirit is telling me? You know, is this, or sometimes we can put things on God, right? We'll say like, God wants this for me, or God wants to do this. And it's not necessarily always true. It's us that want that. Like, or we tell ourselves that, because I don't know. Well, I have a different belief system. Everybody have their own belief system about God, but I believe God, we're all God. So it's us that's telling us that we want this or we want that, or that we can have this or we can have that. But sometimes we're not really in tune with our higher self. So it's our lower self that is thinking our higher self is telling us something when it's not. But it's a lack of spiritual awareness. It's a lack of, in an area that needs more growth in connecting to the source, connecting to spirit. So I feel like this journey is all around. It's everything matters, right? When you're developing, every single thing matters. your thought process, your motivation, your focus, you taking action. But then it breaks down to the details of reconstructing your mind and how your mindset is shifting that. So it's so many different components into making this vision come true happen. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, y'all keeping up? I don't understand what you're saying, ZZ. I have glasses, but I just don't want to wear them. You get me? Like, I don't like wearing my glasses unless I'm driving or just to be cute sometimes. But I don't like, I'm one of the people that do not like wearing glasses. Like, and then I have contacts too, but I have to get a new prescription. So I'm kind of holding off because I don't want to mess up my eyes any more than it is. But something has so much potential to be successful. And like I said, some of you guys are in the very beginning, but we always have new beginnings. So this beginning isn't like for some of you, everybody's having a new beginning in this. So some of you guys are just now having the thoughts, the motivation, the desire, I want to do this. And now, and then some of you guys have the new beginning where it's going from thought to bringing it into reality. So the thought is now being planted. It's being pushed out there. Now, some of you guys, the new beginning is you've already been doing this. You've been watering it. It's grown. It's sprouted, right? But it's not fully grown yet. But you've seen some evidence of it reaching the target that it's aiming at, but not fully. But see, in that process, when you're building your vision, you're learning. I'm telling you, everything is a learning moment. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you take too much accountability. Like, there's no such thing, right? Analyze everything, every part of your process. That's how you grow. That's how you shift. That's how you move to the next stage of your life quickly. It's not luck. A lot of people, some people are lucky, but it's not always luck. Like, it's the ability to do the work, right? Because it's a lot of work. Some people seem like they're lucky because after a while it becomes effortless, but it's because you don't know that they were building it for 15 years, right? Behind the scenes, but they were developing, learning how to master it, and they didn't give up on the vision. And then one good year, they started being recognized. It took off. And now it's this big success. But that wasn't luck. That was years of progressing, right? So as you heal, pretty much what Spirit is saying is, as you heal, your vision is going to come alive more. It's gonna, because there's things that are holding you back from it, like baggage, and then other people's voices, and then the perception even of yourself. So as you heal, this vision come more to life, and it will grow, and it is growing. Some of you guys are in a different space where you've healed from this, right? Like, this is my past. I've done this work already. So my progress in this moment now is Coffee with She and Tarot is established. It's not about me having 20,000 followers. It's not about me even reaching 100. It's successful in this moment now because I know who I am as a reader. I know who my target audience is. I know what my mission is specifically in when I'm reading these energies, why I'm reading them. And I know how to give the information in the way that it works for me. Now, I'm still progressing because I'm still working on my energy. I'm still working because I'm a giver. So I could be on here all day, every day, and this will just be consumed with me. Like, I mean, how am I saying it? Like, like I will just be consumed with reading tarot energy all day and not live a normal life. But the first few years that I was building up Coffee with She and Tarot, I had to live like that. Like every day, all day, tarot, tarot, tarot. And then I had children, small children. So working from home to build up something that I wasn't getting anything from, not being monetized, not, you get me? And then dealing with my kids, being a single mom, taking them to school. You know how much balance I had to have and how much practice it had to take for me to be able to calm my energy because I'm doing energy work. So when they're irritating me and they're fighting, I have to not only calm down my household, but I also have to calm my own energy. So now today, if they make noise, it doesn't disrupt my energy. It doesn't trigger me because I had to learn how to keep my peace, right? Because then there was so many moments where I would fall off track because when it got difficult, it's like, I gotta take a break. This is too much. I got 4 kids in my energy, and then I got the collective, and then I had to learn how to cleanse. I had to learn how to have my spiritual routine so that I could know when something is mine, when it's not, so I could keep going. But there was many times that I dropped the ball. There were times that I was taking off and I dropped the ball. Then I'll have to go up that mountain again, take off, drop the ball, until it became structured, until I became more disciplined. So every moment wasn't good. Every moment wasn't happy. And I was struggling. I was struggling really bad because everybody wanted me to get a 9 to 5. But I'm resourceful, so I was surviving, but it wasn't fun, right? But Spirit kept telling me, keep going. Like, don't give up. Even when I tried to apply for 9 to 5 jobs, because I was like, I'm just going to have to put in extra work. I'm going to have to do this, and I'm going to have to do this because I need more Spirit. Spirit was just like, it was like a blockage. I couldn't get the 9 to 5 jobs. Then I applied for DoorDash. That went through because it was in alignment with Spirit. Spirit is like, you could do that because you're still working for yourself. I can't have you work for nobody else because that's not your mission. Like, it's going to take away from you building this. So literally I was being blocked, right? I was being blocked, but in every step of the way, my vision was the highlight. So when I started to balance that, because now I felt better, it's like, okay, I could make extra cash on the side while I'm still building this. Then it got to the point where, okay, now you're monetized. So now you have a little bit more of a leeway. Now you're good. So the universe is going to make everything happen, but it doesn't mean that everything is like grand now. We're still working, we're still building, but the whole process of establishing what Coffee with She and Tarot is, what it means, what I'm doing. Even if you type it in on ChatGPT give you the full breakdown. You know how good that feel? Like, you know what I'm about. You know me more than me. So it's like, that's what Spirit is doing in you guys' life when they're like, find your purpose, your vision, and know that it's going to take work. A lot of people don't want to do the work, so they don't ever see the results, so they think it's not real. And this affects every part of your life. It's the vision for your own personal life. Like, Coffee with She and Tarot is not my only vision. It's not my only vision, but it's my career path. I'm a spiritual worker, right? But a part of my vision is also my family, my husband, my children, the friendships that I want to have, my community. So there's certain standards that I have for that, and what I will allow into that part of my life when it comes in, right? Or even protecting it. So all of that is a part of your vision, because all of that is a part of your abundance. Your abundance is your happiness. But there's cycles that you're going to have to go through. There's patterns that you're going to have to break. There's perspective, a mindset that you're going to have to shift. And you're going to have to trust yourself. You're going to have to trust yourself with your gifts and your ability. Somebody had asked me how I knew that I was a past, present, future reader. It took time because I didn't know. I first started off, like, I learned through me first, because I would read my own energy, and then I would get so many different choices, like, that I could make, directions that I could go. And I used to know that, like, one of them is going to happen, but at first it started off with just the current energy of where I was, because Spirit was talking to me directly, where it was like, it was always focused on taking accountability. So I always got hard truths. It was like things I didn't want to hear, but I knew in my subconscious was the truth. That's how Spirit talked to me. So it wasn't necessarily about like me seeing the future. It was really focused on what I needed to clear out. So once I started to remove blockages, then I started, because what would happen with me when I would read my own energy, this was before I started collective. It was like I was, because I would see so many different scenarios, some of those scenarios were the future. You get me? But I didn't know how to put it together. So the thing that would resonate in the current moment, I would I would take whatever I'm being told and working through that, and then I would start to see things play out that I said in the scenario. So then it started to, but it still didn't click for a while. It was just more so of like, okay, even if I don't know which scenario is going to play out, I know that if I keep focusing on me, it's going to show me a direction. The direction is gonna show up. Like that door is going to be presented. Then it started to become more like, I think it took me a year after I started doing collective readings to discover I was a future reader, because one client specifically told me, and I had did her reading even while I was still learning tarot, but so it wasn't after I started the community, but the reading that I did for her, she told me 2 years after that, and she was like, I finally understood what you were saying in that reading. Like I understood it when you read it to me. It was resonating in that current energy, but it wasn't at the same time, because it was a prediction as well as it was the current moment, because it was a cycle, it was a pattern. So until she broke the pattern, the moment happened. You get it? So she saw the reading resonated with her in the current moment because she was in that cycle, but she was in that cycle again and again until she broke the pattern. Then the outcome happened, right? So when she said that, then that was the moment it clicked for me. It's like, oh, okay, I'm past, present, and future, because that's how that's how it's showing up. So it takes time. It's like you literally gotta just like study yourself. You gotta focus on yourself. And you gotta pay attention to how life plays out for you. Everybody get their premonitions differently. They can get it through dreams, right? Maybe people hear voices, thoughts. I don't know. I just know my ways. So I can't really teach on that because everybody's different. But I would say that as you build up yourself, you build up your intuition, and you see things play out, like there's always proof that you are right, then you got to trust your ability. And as you trust your ability, you trust yourself. You get me? And it'll guide you. It'll guide you where you need to go. But you also have to be open to changing, being wrong at times. Because that's why I teach you guys the way I do, right? It's because, like, for one, I've already been through a lot of this. For two, I know how the journey works because I've been on it. I've been doing it. And I see the changes. Like, everything Spirit tells me come true. It's just a matter of time. You're not in control of the time, because the timing has to do with the level of work you're doing. So I've been on my journey. I've been awakened since 2021. I started Coffee with She and Tarot 2023, right? And I was scared to read for the collective. One day I'm going to show you guys my first reading compared to now. Like, the confidence, everything changed, because I started off as a Queen of Cups. But see, I'm not just a reader. I'm also a philosopher. So that's a part of my gifts, because I'm very intellectual. So I study the energy, I study the patterns, I study the cycle, and I pay attention. I don't just focus on the energy, because energy is fluid. Energy changes. Energy means nothing, right? It's all your actions is what means something. So you could read energy all day, but if you take no action, it does not matter. You're just in someone's head. You're just reading their thoughts. Thoughts don't mean it's going to happen. Action means it's going to happen. So, yeah, that's just a little backdrop on that. So pretty much it's like when you're on your journey and you're trying to create something, you literally have to be a co-creator with the universe, and you have to be open. You're your biggest blockage, not other people. Other people will try to, but they're not your blockage. They're not your blockage. It's you, right? So you got to stay focused on the vision you've been given and know that you can create it no matter how hard it is. But if you have the understanding that hard work is a part of it, and you know, then you also need to understand it's going to pay off. But you also have to look at yourself differently, that you are God. So if you are God, or let's say if you want to look at it from the perspective of you are made in the image of God, which is all the same thing. We're all saying the same thing in different ways. But let's say you're made in the image of God. That means you also have the power to create your reality, because you're just a mini version. But your magic is limited, but it's because it's not this thing where it's just like, oh, I command this and it is here. It's limited in the way of, if your mind is closed off, because when people say your mind is a powerful thing to waste, that's the truth. That your magic comes from your mind. It's intention. That's what the magician is. The magician is just willpower. But see, the magician uses all of their elements, which is water, air, fire, earth, all the zodiacs. We're all important, right? It's not about our skin color, none of this. Like, we're all magical. But our gifts, our natural abilities is our element. I'm water. So it's easier for me to flow, right? Because I trust my intuition, my heart. So I like to feel things. So if it feels good to me, I'm going to flow with it. If it don't, I'm gone. Like, so it's easier for me to listen to the universe once I have that steady flow, because I'm water. That's my element, right? But somebody who is logical, the air energy, it's not easy for them to flow, because they gotta know how it's gonna work out. They can't trust easily. They have to see that it's gonna work out, but they still have power, because somebody who has the ability to be logical, they're a planner. They're going to, they know what they look at a different part of the equation, where it's like they're the brain. You know, you need your brain. Don't nobody want nobody stupid, but it's like you need your brain. So there's power in that, in the mind. So when that person put their mind to something, it's because they're not focused on the emotions of, oh, this is how I feel today, so I'm not going to do it. They do what's necessary, right? So they're going to push themselves through it no matter how they feel, because they don't run off of feelings. Versus a water sign, it's like, I don't feel like it. So they're going to battle more with pushing themselves because of how they feel, right? Because it doesn't feel good to them. It doesn't feel fun for them. So then they can get unmotivated. An air sign with the logic, it don't matter how they feel. They're going to ignore how they feel, and they're going to do what's necessary, right? Then you got the earth energy. To me, they pretty much rule the earth. They can, because they're the physical creature. So if we're all spiritual and we come to earth to build, enjoy life, all of that, earth signs already have like the blueprint on how to be successful in the physical realm, because they naturally care about being comfortable, right? So they're going to work hard. They're going to get that. They're going to make sure they're in their bag. So they're going to find ways to make money. I've never met an earth sign who was not about their bag, right? So, but everybody, you get me, some people have to figure out that differently for themselves. Like, earth signs are hustlers. Then you have the fire element. They're focused, they're determined, they're passionate. So their passion drives them, like, right? Their passion drives them, and their passion makes them, they have this fun, attractive energy about them. So they can attract things to them because they're passionate. And sometimes you could think that they're lucky, or sometimes they get lucky, but their confidence is what gets them their blessing. Sometimes it's what their gift is. So it's like, let's say a fire sign walks into into an establishment like a business, they've never had the position of a boss before. They've worked in that establishment, but they've worked like maybe as a customer service rep, but they're so good and they're so confident that people always think that they are the boss. So they can talk their way into getting that position because they already carry themselves that way. They already fit that part. So they could skip all that degree and all of that and they get lucky and they get the job. But that's the gift that they have. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when you focus on the gifts that you already come here with, and then the other abilities that you discover you have, and you follow that calling, that's how you're going to manifest everything. But you have to trust the universe that even when you're going through something difficult and you're learning and you're going through these difficult moments where you're being broken down in these cycles, right? You're being shown what needs to change, fix, so you can become and like the best version of yourself. Tap into your God power. God is power. It's about you becoming a goddess and a god. You're in the human vibration right now, right? But you are God. But you have to discover that and you have to become that. And that's where your power lies. So this reading pretty much is just about the collective finding their purpose, remembering who they are, but also going through the journey, what the journey is for and why it's so hard. But everything that you desire, you have the ability to succeed, right? You just have to learn how to go with the flow more. This right now literally jumped on spirit. I love that. It resonated with you guys. Hey, it's your boy. Hi, Real Slay. Hi, Ashley. I'm originally from Belize. That's where I was born. My dress, I do not want to stand up right now. Y'all know I went to sleep earlier too. Because this dress is one of the ones that have a split. Let me see. But I went to I went to sleep earlier and I had this dream and I had on this dress and something happened. But like, maybe I can't show y'all. Hold on. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna stop right here because it has a split on the side and I'm holding it down. But I had on this dress and something happened. I don't know what it was, but it was like it was like the camera angle. I don't know if somebody was filming me or what, and I was on live, but it's like I had on no underwear and then everybody saw everything. Everything that was on there. But I do have on underwear right now. But in the dream I didn't. And I was like, wait, is that a mishap that happened on live? Oh, heck no.